So we're with Sean Batt from Battcave, and he's got the new Joker. So we're going to have a quick look at all the key features of it. And you've been developing it for quite a while now, haven't you? So.
Yeah, well, we started it maybe about 18 months ago, nearly 2 years ago. Just had a look, thought we'd have a go and have a play around with a few things. So that's what we started with.
Nice, yeah. So there's a lot of. So you make everything in this, do you? Or?
Yeah, we've designed. There's a couple of components in there we buy in, but effectively we like ball cups and studs and stuff. But we're actually doing some of our own now, so that's to follow on to.
Yeah.
But yeah, we designed the whole car
from the ground up.
From the ground up. Yeah. So
key features there. Do you want to show us a few of the key features that are in the car?
Well, obviously, front end. One of the key things we hear a lot in this class is that the kingpins break or bend. So the philosophy was when we started this, we were trying to make a car that was strong, robust, and very easy to drive. Especially for beginners. Actually, ultimately, it's a beginner class.
It's what you want in a car. So, you want to be able to hit a barrier and get away with it. So.
We just need to retain those newcomers. So we're trying to design something that a newbie can just take out of the box, stick some electrics in. Obviously, we put the manual online as well. We've done a full manual so that it was nice and clear and easy to understand. How to just get it generally set up. The first stage is like setting the ride height and all the other bits and pieces in there. So,
Nice.
So the kingpin, 5 mil. We've done a 5 mil big bore kingpin.
Okay. Yeah.
It was a more cost-effective way for us to do it. Obviously, we've done some special front axles with the big square, which also helps when you tighten it in. Stops it from spinning. It's got a bigger flange area, so obviously that doesn't then draw into the plastic as well as you tighten up on it. So it was just about making that area as strong as we could. Very, very, very simple. The A-arm design. Again, these are all preset caster and cambers.
So even better.
So they bolt on and off. We've got different options of these, to suit different tracks. Obviously, we've got on here as well. We put some steering limiters in. Just simply, really, just to you can set your maximum turning angle.
But if you have a crash, I suppose that's going to stop it.
Ultimately, the whole purpose of that was to stop. In the event of a crash, that you don't lock the axle the other way. So therefore, you can keep going. And again, it was just if you do have a really big impact, you will break them off. But the good thing was it's just something that could very, very simply unscrew.
Just a couple of screws, just replace it.
And again, it will probably save you that run, and get you to the end of that run. At the end of the day. So. That was the idea or the thinking in behind that.
You've got all the cool little bat features as well, haven't you, at the back?
Well, obviously, if you'd just seen the early prototypes, obviously we just went with very, very plain Jane and stuff. We wanted to get the car working first because that's the priority. The looks came afterwards and stuff. So we've done some clever things. Obviously, our sideband system.
So you got rubber bands on there.
I
see.
It was designed because obviously there's a lot of cars out there using side springs and stuff, which is great. It helps these cars with where they pitch and roll and stuff. But again, they can be a bit fiddly to set up. So again, for beginners, we wanted to come up with something that was very simple. And almost idiot-proof. That was the thinking there. And you can't really get it wrong.
No.
It's been positioned in such a way, and it's very, very specifically in one area, purposely to be in line with the axis that the pod pivots on.
Right. Okay.
And again, it doesn't matter what angle the pod's at. The bands always sit on a bobbin, effectively. And again, so easy to change. You can
just flip it off.
You can take them on and off. You can put up to 3 on each side.
So the more you put on, the more tension you've got. Right. Okay. That makes sense.
And again, with this, because it's what we call differential system, so it's working in both axes. You can run uneven number of bands. You can run just 1 on one side, you can run 2 on one side, you can run 2 and 1 on the other side. And again, as you add the bands, you're just building the amount of roll resistance in the car. Some of the next things we've done, obviously, nice, strong, beefy motor mounts. Again, we put a very, very simple, axis relocation system in here. So basically, you can move the axle up and down. It's just very simple. It's just as you take the flange bearing out here, there's what Remo likes to call the toenail, and it seems to stick. Everyone calls it a toenail now, but it's the axle offset shimming here.
Right.
Yeah, you just take it out and it locates the other side. And, and it just allows you then to run tyres out of the box. And as you progressively wear down the tyres, you then switch the axle. So going back to the battery mounts, we designed them so that you can take them off. That's why there's 2 holes here. Is you can take this off, take this front band bobbin off.
Yeah.
You can flip it round, and then you can move the battery forwards.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah.
You know, perhaps on low traction surfaces, you're trying to get a bit more front end. You might want to move the weight forward a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, we're just trying to put in things not only just for the beginners, but also for those really competitive racers out there that like to play and tweak with our cars, as you know, we all do.
Absolutely.
Again, we very specifically put in on the rear axle. We very specifically put an O-ring into the section between the dog drive and the spur drive, purposely to allow some sort of cushioning from side impacts. I mean, obviously, it's only a minor amount of cushioning, but it may just help protect the bearing a little bit, prolong the longevity of it all and stuff. Again, our own spur drives. These are our own CNC spurs.
Oh, so you get those made,
Yeah. This one comes with the competition kit. We do a very basic version where we use some 3D printed spur
there's 2
gears.
kits, yeah. So you got a sport kit and
So this one has obviously our CNC made motor mounts. And the CNC made spur gear. But we do a club version which uses 3D printed mount and a 3D printed spur.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
And although they're not as strong as an acetal material, if you mesh them properly, as long as they're properly meshed, we've done about 2,000 laps in testing with some really big crashes as well, and they seem to have lasted. The only thing perhaps to keep an eye on is the 3D printed spurs is to make sure you just keep the pickup cleaned out of them, and that helps to keep them going for longer.
And the kits come pre-built, do they?
They do at the moment. We initially we'll start sending them out all pre-built. Again, just to make it nice and easy for everyone. It also affords us the opportunity to check everything as well. Because obviously it's a new product. We want to make sure that everyone gets stuff in very, very good quality. Which ultimately at the end of the day for us is it may be a budget car, but there's no reason why we can't provide you with decent quality. So for the time being, I think we're going to keep building them.
Keep building them up.
Obviously if it goes that mad, then obviously we might need to start kitting them up because I may not have enough hours in the day to build them all. So if we go to our rear pivot, we've got the grub screw in here. Obviously this is for setting your droop. The pivot guide here, again, this is interchangeable. Once as they wear, so you can replace them. We've got obviously a nice big spring. The spring sits in a nice centering cap. And obviously we've got the thumb nut on the top for adjusting the the ride height and stuff.
Excellent.
TPU front bumper. So this is a closed. So rather than a crisscross, which it is inside, we've closed it up just for neatness and stuff. And again, it's
got a bit of cushioning though.
It has got a bit of cushioning and stuff. Just to try and prolong the chassis and the bits around it and stuff. So
So it's going well today, isn't it? So at Eastbourne GT12 National, we've got a mini support heat. So
well,
your man's doing well.
Matthew's a man and needs to do well. I haven't raced in a long time, so I'm just here for a bit of fun and to talk to people. So
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, buddy.